I'm Little Red Fox and welcome to my rant about a lovely game called Monster Hunter World. And don't get me wrong, this isn't a hate rant, it's just a rant about me quite enjoying the concept of the game of going around fighting dinosaurs or tracking them down and doing research that may or may not end up sometimes having to fight them as you explore the new world. I'm just annoyed with the fact of it being my third attempt, as you will see in the background somewhere, of me trying to play it again after years of just letting it sit and rot away in my Steam library. Since roughly the first time was when it first came out, I was trying to play it on a 10-year-old PC-ish, somewhere around there. But the thing is, the 10-year-old PC did the minimum required graphics to be able to play it / handle it, but once launched up and going through the opening cutscenes, it completely could not handle the game graphics at all, even on the lowest setting, to where it would sometimes just crash midway through, or it'd stay frozen, and then I'll randomly teleport to some rock-looking thing. After that, it did sit again, roughly, in my library for a year or two until I got a new better PC. Saved up, got it. That did meet the better end of the requirements for the game, but for some reason when trying to play it with a friend who was the original person who showed me the game, because they threatened to show me cute fluffy pink dinos and weird looking ones, which I for some reason found cute still, because I like the whole weird mutant looking creatures. I find them really cute and adorable. The thing is it ran it really smoothly until the point of joining a co-op lobby together. That's when things started to go bad. It started to heavily lag. They were teleporting. I was magically in walls, which made us stop playing it again, so it then sat again in my library for over 6 years at that point, to the point where I was really fascinated with playing the game, couldn't, so I went and found a very similar version, not very similar at all actually, but at the time was, of a game called Dauntless, where you basically do almost the exact same thing. Each monster you fight, you go, you find it, and you basically kill the creature, return home, see if you got enough materials to then make said armor, weapon of said dino, and then get thrown back out to fight a higher level. You fail, you go back, you kill it, you make new armor, rinse and repeat, which made it didn't last long because it was just a grind after grind after grind instead of having that storytelling in the background that I was hoping for with Monster Hunter. But that's fine, because later on I did move away from my lovely little PC because I got onto a plane, traveled to a whole new location, and started living with a friend named Kai. He did have good PC parts laying around his house, so we scrapped together a Frankenstein PC basically, to where I could be playing games with our group of friends, and to then have one of them mention Monster Hunter again, only for me to kind of want to get back into it, or at least attempt again to get back into it. And after explaining the concept of what the game was to Kai, he also seemed very interested in wanting to play it. So as you've seen, I downloaded it, booted it back up, put my graphics to medium because I was hoping with this new PC it could at least run then. To my surprise, not really, it could not. So, well, more like listening to the audio be so much more farther ahead and faster than the cutscenes, making me really confused as to why there was screaming, yelling, moaning, groaning, even before I could tell what was going on. And just so you guys can understand what I am talking about and referencing, I will be adding said clip in after this so you can see.
Pretty good ears. Ah, put her there. I happen to be an A-lister myself. Whoa!
My audio is so much faster than the video, to a point where I didn't even know that we were on some kind of rock form dino thing that had lifted the ship up in the air. I had spent most of my time kinda-ish focusing on trying to make my character, only to realize that there's only 4 pages of hairstyles and all of them weren't the best. But I have to deal with it because I always just want, as you can tell by my character, long red hair. So it was kind of disappointment on the limitation, but kind of not surprising at this point with most games. And then realizing that I had to make the cat after, and I kind of didn't really care to make the cat because there wasn't really much cute options / patterns for the cat. So I kind of just scrapped together him, put him together, was like, I like him, his name is Ash, I'm gonna have a great day. That was until he was ever so kindly ripped away from me, matter of seconds. He wasn't even with me for 5 minutes. Bro got snatched quicker than any weave I've ever seen. I watched him fall into the abyss. I was like, oh no, my cat! But anyways, here is that clip so you can understand. Or if you already played it, then you already know what happens to your cat. If you don't, then you get some insight. Hope you enjoy. And this is where our screaming, yelling, moaning, and groaning clip is missing from, and why the audio is gone. No, my motherfucking cat! No! Why he just fall into the abyss? Besides that, before I go into a rant about them rudely taking my cat straight off the bat, we finally got off the dinosaur rock thing, only for me to be dropped into this green forest place where I then tried to fix my graphics in that process, only to not be able to find it because I did not realize that they changed it into a click tab, and my dumbass did not realize that. So I spent the time looking through to get absolutely irritated with the handler in the background as she kept yelling at me to come here, to the point where I started threatening to murder her and feed her to whatever dinosaur comes around first.
Map should help us find our way.
There we go. Now I can.
Come here.
Shh! Don't yell at me. Am I allowed to call her old? Is that mean? She yelling at me.
Probably.
Ugh.
Come here.
She keeps yelling at me to come hither. I'm gonna ignore her. Because I'm trying to figure out how to try and fix the thingamajiggies. Can you not fix the graphics? Shut the you don't be mean.
Come here.
Am I allowed to murder her if she keeps yelling at me to come here?
I mean, absolutely.
Like, I'm sitting here trying to actually fix graphics because it seems very laggy, and she keeps yelling at me to come here.
I mean, aren't you guys like kind of on a flaming rock of?
No,
great?
we're not. We're not. We're actually in safe, nice green grass and dirt. She can shut up and wait. Because I swear to God, if she goes, come here, I'm going to murder her.
Come here.
Like, I'm sorry, Chickie. I can't come here. I'm fucking lagging. Let me just, slowly make my way there.
Come here.
You are allowed to swear.
I'm gonna return to lobby. Or return to... Why can't... You cannot do that. You cannot do that during this quest. Oh my God, I'm gonna... Shut up. I'm gonna let her get eaten by a dinosaur. She's gonna get eaten by a dinosaur. Even if I have to push her or tie her up, I will intentionally let her get eaten by a dinosaur. Now, after all that, and giving up because I then realized I could not go to the main menu at that moment in time, I gave up, tried to run as far and fast away from her as I possibly could, whether that was me running into walls, not knowing, then to be given a map to make me realize that I was going the complete wrong way. So I turned and quickly tried to run, for her to then be like, oh shush, hide in the bush, away from these carnivore eating dinos, as her ass was sticking out, as one of the dinos were sitting there sniffing her ass as she climbed into the bush with me. I should have shoved her, should have pushed her out, be like, beast. Yes, eat her, eat her. She can't be, my character, get out the way, let her be, let them munch on her. Put your hero complex to the side right now and let her go.
Just accept the loss.
Honestly, these guys look like big lizards, and I'm living for it. And I kind of just want to pick it up and pet him. Be like, there you go, little lizard. Kind of like how...
If you don't have a weapon, we need to hide. Come on, this way. Hurry!
What? But like, I can just feed you to them.
Stay low in the brush to remain hidden.
That man saw you walk in here. The fuck you mean stay hidden? He watched you come in here. He was sniffing your ass. So after getting through all that, getting through the tutorial opening, esque area intro, we finally got to roughly a place where another big carnivorous, carnivore. What's the difference? Anyways, where another dino came out of nowhere and started to try and eat us, only for some random dude to come riding on him like some kind of bull, to then have her and him running ahead while the dino then followed behind them, telling me to follow, as if that dino couldn't just turn around and be like, nah, I'm gonna eat the one in the back. Deuces. Like, excuse me, I have no weapon of defense, and you ask me to follow you while you're being chased? No, I would have walked the other way. But anyways, without a choice of being able to do that, I followed. Only for them to be at the gate of the headquarters as a pink fluffy T-Rex came out of nowhere and jumped the other dino, who was still following them, as they stood there yelling at me to get over there, as if I almost didn't get squashed like a bug by the two fighting dinos. I could have died instantly, right then and there. No self-defense, no nothing. They're just like standing there looking at me. Hurry up! No!
This way, hurry.
Okay, let's go.
Move.
I can only move as fast as it lets me. My question is, why do I want to follow if it's following them?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Wait a minute, why do I want to follow?
Move.
It's running after them. I would rather go the opposite way.
Not good. What are you waiting for? Get over here.
Hell no, there's a pink dinosaur between you and I. Ain't no fucking way. Yes, let me just...
Come on.
My life could have flashed so quickly before my eyes. I sometimes I don't get game logic, but you're not supposed to. But anyways, when I did finally get back to the main screen after all that, I put it on the lowest, hoping that would fix it. No, it did not. It was still very choppy, very laggy. I went through the rest of the cutscenes of the grand meeting, conversations, a bit confused as to what they're explaining, what they're pointing at, and I was like, okay, audio doesn't match for the cutscenes. Kai, I'm probably not going to be able to play this game with you. Later on, I did get to, in fact, see my cat again after hearing the handler talk about my cat, being like, oh, there it is, as I wait a good 30 seconds before actually seeing my lovely little kitty cat.
Hey, over there.
Like, she's talking.
Hey, you. I knew you'd pull through.
And I was happy to see my cat, don't get me wrong. Even though I didn't make him cute. Well, sorta. He grows on you. They grow on you for some reason. But yes, even though I was more over the moon happy to see my cat, they did tell me to go back to some place, I think my room or something, to pick out a weapon. So I did. And in the process of going back, I was watching my character's hips sway as she walked, because it was the best thing. It was better than watching everything lag around me. I do hope you enjoy the video. I know it's not the greatest, but it is my first. And as time goes on, I hope it does get better. So if you want, stick around. If you don't want to, I guess see you around maybe if you ever come across another one. But goodbye!